welcome to YourPedia, and this is Shubha. So again, I brought up one more very interesting sentence equivalence, and this is going to be your exercise number 80th of Manhattan, right? So let's practice it out. It's a very easy one, and as I always say, stop on the blanks, take a pause, think about it, and then move to the next statement. So here we have got one pause over here, and that's it. Like there are two frames in a sentence, right? So the dash of the new smartphone may lead one to think. Now there is some kind of a blank is there regarding smartphones. Okay, that leads to a perspective that the manufacturer, that the person who is making the smartphones must be raking in the cash. Raking means that the person must be collecting, or you can say gathering in the cash. So you know that there is a kind of a business which is going on, and there a person who is selling the smartphones must be collecting a lot of cash. That meant to the very first part of the statement. Let's move to the next part. But so now they are trying to tell us that now a new statement or new idea is going to emerge. Little profit is made on each unit, but the thing is, like, okay, the person is collecting a lot of cash, but we have another idea that that person is collecting very little profit on each unit, that sales of the phone barely affect the bottom line. So what they want to tell us that there are two ideas in this statement. First is like the manufacturer is getting a lot of cash. Second is, but so points out the contradiction that little profit is there from each cell phone that the person is sending. Why each cell phone has a little profit? Because of the huge competition that the prevailing in the market. So when you have a huge competition, obviously the margin of the cell phones is very less. So what the blank actually demands is the dash of the new smartphone. What will be there? So it is kind, you can say something related to the demand, or something related to the idea of, you can say, the need. The need can be there, the demand can be there. Now the demand of the cell phone is everywhere. The demand is more, that is why the margin is very less. Now you can think like everyone in our family has a smartphone, right? So the smartphones, the variations is very less. What are the 6 options we have is, now we need to calculate out related to the, you can say, synonyms of demand. Expenditure, construction, ubiquity, aesthetics, cost, omnipresence. Now something related to expenditure. What is expenditure? Like always you can say something that you give up, right? So that is you are spending or you are giving up some kind of an amount. That means expenditure. Construction, what do you mean by construction? When you are building up certain business or you are building up certain building, right? So that is action of building up, that can be called as construction. Ubiquity, what do you mean by ubiquity? Ubiquity means like you are, that is something that is very common, something that is very universal. Like everyone has that. That is ubiquity. Aesthetics means that is related to nature. Like if you go to some kind of an environment, like suppose you go on some trekking, so you see a beautiful aura, beautiful environment, so you generally say the aesthetics of the landscape is very beautiful, right? So that is the nature, that is the aura. Cost is, what do you mean by cost? The you can say the price which you paid, right? So that is the shopkeepers pay the price, that is you can say the cost. And the omnipresence is that is present everywhere. Like you can say is God is omnipresent, that is God is present everywhere. Now we got 6 options, and what was the need? The need is we need to find synonyms of the demand, right? So expenditure can be there, no, that is eliminated. We have construction, not needed, construction is eliminated. Aesthetics, cell phones don't have the aesthetics, so already it is also done by the elimination method. Cost, we are not checking out the cost, we are not mentioning any about the cost price, so cost eventually gets eliminated. We were referring towards the demand, that is the, you can say, the universality, the need of cell phones which is prevalent everywhere in the society. So what are the 2 options that are left is, one is your ubiquity, like it is a commonness, the, you can say, the universality, and second is your omnipresence, that everywhere the demand of new cell phone is everywhere. Now let's go to the explanation. Expression means that this is a tough sentence. Obviously I mentioned you out because here we are referring to 2 different ideas, and some of the options which were varying, like ubiquity, which was a new word for you, so that also you need to remember and jot down it. So this is a tough sentence because it seems to be about money, but while cost could work if it had a pair word. Now cost, it did not have a pair, and obviously we need to target towards the synonyms. Expenditure means only an amount of money spent, so it can't work here. You need something else for the blank that would lead you to think that the company would make a lot of money. If it can't be cost of each unit, it has to be the number of units sold. Ubiquity and omnipresence fits this meaning. Construction and aesthetics are not enough to make a pair, and they don't inherently, you can say, explain why the company would be taking or raking in cash. Two options are ubiquity and omnipresence. Just remember it out as we did in the last sentence. If we need a positive options, go for the positive options. Do it by elimination method. Eliminate the negatives. Here, what is the target is like you have a pair, and pair was formed between only two words. That was ubiquity and omnipresence. Rest did not have the synonyms, so they eventually get eliminated, right? So by elimination method and the synonym method. Ubiquity means something that is prevalent everywhere. Universality. Omnipresence is something existing, like able to be present everywhere at one time. God is omnipresent. Next you have is aesthetics, the beauty of the thing, the aesthetic taste, philosophy of the art, concerning or characterized by an appreciation of beauty or good taste. So that was all, and we did a good number of exercises of sentence equivalence. Keep preparing and learning more and more, and keep practicing, because it's getting so easier for you to crack the exam once you are well versed with all the vocabulary words. Take care and have a nice day.